Yo, what is going on? It is Moleki, the growth and dividend growth investor. Welcome to the channel. Today's video will be part of my video series, the dividend growth investing series. In the series, we're going to talk about the progression of the dividend growth investment portfolio in my Roth IRA. If that's what you are interested, then definitely stay and watch the video. In the video, we'll discuss the dividend activity. We will discuss the funding to this account. We'll discuss any changes to this account. And finally, we're going to go over my dividend growth investment spreadsheet. So stay tuned. If you have a second, don't forget to press the like button. It takes all of half a second to do that, and it would really mean a lot to me. And also would definitely mean a lot to me if you guys subscribe. So pretty much all the dividends that got paid out in March were Visa, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and UPS. If you add everything up together, the grand total is about $9.77, which isn't a baller amount of money by any means, but it's a start. You know, I started this portfolio 2 years ago. I've only funded it with about $12,000 and would hopefully want it to be fully funded with the $18,000 later this year. Going on to the next topic is the funding for this account. So for the funding for this account, normally what I was doing in the past is I would, anytime I got paid, I would put money into this account. That's essentially what I'm doing this go around too. My goal in terms of like all my different investments is I want to fully fund this account first before I start putting any other money towards my growth investments. So, you know, fully funding your Roth is like the top and first things you need to do when trying to build wealth over time. So I get paid tomorrow, Friday. So tomorrow, when I get any extra money after I finish paying off all my expenses, I will put money into this Roth IRA, this dividend growth investment account. Let's talk about the portfolio. In the portfolio, pretty much the major changes that I've done are I added this raw material section. In this raw material section, if I had to sum everything up, the main idea would be mining. In the future, with everything that's going along with building electric vehicles, with producing semiconductors, phone components, all of these things are going to require an immense amount of raw materials, and I would like to position myself in a way where I can benefit investing in the mining companies. I think in the next 10 years, mining companies are going to be huge. They pay great dividends, and people have been sleeping on mining companies. So definitely worth something to look into. Let's head over to the consumer sector. In the consumer sector, Home Depot, Nike, Walmart, Amazon, Procter & Gamble. Amazon. What is a growth stock doing in a dividend growth investment company or in a portfolio? I'm going to tell you what. I believe Amazon in the future will pay out a dividend. They have such a balance sheet where they could even start paying one right now. I just think that once Amazon fully saturates the markets that they want to be involved in, they will start paying a dividend. So I'm thinking a couple steps ahead and placing this in my account. You'll also notice that in the communication sector, I also did a very similar thing. I added Facebook and Google. Same thing with these companies. These two companies have amazing balance sheets and very well could be paying a dividend right now. I just believe that once they continue saturating their markets and they have really nothing more they can do with their cash, they will start paying out a dividend. So I was just trying to position myself in a way where I can benefit off of this. And then no changes to the rest of it. Disney's killing it. Their subscription service is on fire. In terms of my real estate portfolio, really nothing that I added too crazy. The only thing I did add was store capital. I did read a research article by Arc Innovation talking that retail will be totally disrupted, but there are still some retail that will survive, and I believe store capital is in a position to survive if that is the case. Industrials, a couple different changes here. The most notable additions to this account is automatic data processing, Lockheed Martin, and Caterpillar. In the next sector, utilities, the focus here is green energy, Next Era Energy, and then Brookfield are both renewable energy companies. So I would like to line up with that style of energy production. information technology. In information technology, we have Intel, IBM, Microsoft, Qualcomm, and Apple. I used to have these three, Microsoft, Qualcomm, and Apple. I did add IBM and Intel. I think Intel is going to be in a poised position to further expand their balance sheet. And I think that with the United States thinking about their strategic partnerships in where semiconductors are produced, they are going to start trying to make their semiconductors in-house, because pretty much we outsource it to China, and our entire we are totally relying on the Chinese government. So if anything happened in the defense sector where we needed a bunch of supplies, we'd be totally screwed. So I think Intel's coming back in here would be a good play to add. Pretty good balance sheet. IBM, I have a love-hate relationship with IBM. When I was looking through the research, IBM is still one of the top companies in AI and machine learning. The other two companies are Microsoft and Amazon. And to me, I want to still capture some sort of market share. And I think with that CEO who took over, he might turn things around, because he's more of a technology guy versus like an enterprise business guy or lady that was before him. So I think IBM might be a decent play. You know, they might separate into different segments, but I think it could be worthwhile investing in it. And I think we have healthcare. In the healthcare sector, no changes. Johnson & Johnson, AbbVie, Pfizer, Bristol Myers, and Merck. No additions or anything there. And finally, financials, no changes over here. Visa, JP Morgan, Main Street Capital, and Bank of America. So pretty much we'll go over our wealth building spreadsheet. So this is my dividend growth investment spreadsheet. So if you look here, we made $9.77 so far. We have no other payments. So I'm just going to plug this in here, and then everything should have changed. So this got updated. This got updated. So now total dividend income for 2021 has been $100.59. Nothing too crazy, but it is something, and I will take $100 of me just holding on to some company any day. Just some metrics over here. Last time we did this review, total value of the account was $17,621. Dividend yield 2.36%, no expense ratio. So ideally, you know, go for this year, the dividend yield will be lower than the 2020 dividend yield, but you know, over time we should see that increase. And just like how we're doing so far, it's on a nice uptrend. All the March numbers aren't in yet, so as I make these weekly videos, I should be updating them pretty regularly, and we should see hopefully a nice amount paid out for March. I would like to say thank you guys for watching the video. If you watched up to here, if you have any questions, any comments, anything, please let me know. If you can, like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, and I hope y'all have a great day.